how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you've never been before. My name is Grace, and this week we are going to be talking about eczema. I am a person that has been struggling with eczema since I was a baby. I was not one of those people that just like had baby eczema and grew out of it. So I wanted to come on here and give you guys a few tips of things that have personally worked for me in managing my eczema, because obviously it's never gonna go away completely, but I have been able to manage it pretty well in the past few years after realizing the few things that kind of like cause my flare-ups and stuff. So here are a few of the things that have helped me. Number one, definitely changing all of my fabrics and stuff that I use for bed sheets, clothes, jackets, anything, to cotton. As long as it's breathable, it's fine. I pretty much stay away from anything that is made from any sort of plastic material, especially polyester. I can't even wear something that's more than 10 or 20% polyester without just getting eczema all over wherever it was. And my bed sheets used to be made out of that stuff, so it was pretty awful for the beginning when I didn't know about the polyester thing. But ever since switching to cotton, it's made my life so much better. Everything that I have now is cotton. I had to donate about half of my wardrobe, which was really tough, but it was necessary and it is so much better now. Another thing that really works or helps me, I think, just generally for eczema people, is good old Vaseline. Sorry, this is like an old and crusty bottle, but I've been using it a lot for a while. Petroleum jelly, that's basically what it is. It really just helps like lock the moisture in, because I think the thing about eczema for a lot of people is that it's eczema, but it's also like a major dry skin problem. So you look at me just like itching away. So Vaseline and unscented lotions, unscented shampoo. I use this shampoo, this brand, I love. Like, I wasn't really having any issues with any kind of scented shampoos for a while, and then like out of the blue I started just getting crazy eczema on my scalp, and I switched to this shampoo bar and everything has gone away. It is a staple for me from now on. It has been a game changer for me, and it's also just better for the environment because it's a shampoo bar. I was specifically looking for something that was a shampoo bar, and it's great. It's so good. CBD topical lotion, for me personally, has worked really, really well. And I noticed my eczema clearing up substantially when I was using this, and it kind of just like takes away the initial itchiness without having to use topical steroid creams, which I have tried to avoid as much as possible in my adulthood, just because I know some people going through topical steroid withdrawal, which is like arguably almost even worse than going through an eczema flare-up, because it just lasts so long and your skin literally gets addicted to the steroids. Another thing that I use, that I actually used to use when I was a baby, it's in the baby section of whatever store you can find baby stuff in, but the Aveeno baby eczema therapy like oatmeal bath. I have taken baths with this oatmeal stuff and it really helps. Like, honestly, obviously I'm a fully grown adult. I think each time I take a bath I have to use like 2 or 3 of these to make it like worth it, but it really helps soothe your skin a lot. I will put a link to all the products that I use down below. One of the things about eczema is you just have to find what works for you personally, because everyone's skin is a little bit different. I have used every single eczema product that has ever been marketed to people with eczema, and oh my gosh, it has wasted so much of my money, so much of my time, so much plastic. It's really disheartening trying to find something that'll work for you when it's like marketed for people with eczema, and then it just leaves your skin feeling greasy, and then it just makes you itch off the extra product. The less ingredients, the better in terms of like any other product. Like, fragrances are really your worst enemy, and just really always having lotion or Vaseline on hand is like vitally important for me, because my hands get so dry like throughout the day. Probably top 3 things that trigger my eczema are extreme weather, very hot or very cold, polyester fabrics, and stress. So managing your stress is a huge part of keeping your eczema under control, because the second you get stressed, your skin starts to freak out a little bit, and then because your skin is freaking out, then you start freaking out, and then it gets worse. I remember I kind of just got into a really bad spiral in November. The weather made my skin bad, and then there was a huge surge of COVID. People at my job started getting COVID, and it was like a really, really stressful time, and my skin just kept getting worse because I was stressing about it. It started like on my chest, and then it traveled all the way down my back, through my arms, like all up my face. It was on my legs even a little bit. It was like everywhere, and I was just like having a horrible time. But yeah, definitely managing your stress. So doing things like somatic experiencing, like shaking, dancing, like kind of releasing all those like extra feelings and stuff in your body is really, really helpful. Meditating, reading, drinking tea, all of these things that kind of calm you and relax you is really useful. I think I made a video about how to like manage your stress when I was feeling like really, really stressed one time. I honestly barely remember making that video, so hopefully it has some useful tips in it. But just like finding things that work for you to manage your stress, and remembering that your skin will be fine and you will get through the hard patch, I think is an important part of having eczema. And just finding ways to manage the itchiness and discomfort of it is really important. I kind of just wanted to talk about my experiences with eczema and hopefully share some things that have helped me, and hopefully some of those things will help you. Obviously, talking to a dermatologist is useful, but in all seriousness, not everyone has the insurance to do that. Not everyone has the money to do that. And 9 times out of 10, when you go to the dermatologist, they are just gonna give you steroid cream and be like, okay, good luck. So you can figure out ways to help yourself without always talking to a dermatologist. I know it's really stressful to have eczema, and it sucks and it hurts and it's uncomfortable, and people think that it's ugly, but you know what? Screw them. It's just how your skin looks, and you gotta embrace it. You're not gonna stop living your life just because you have some red itchy patches on you. Like right now, my whole arm looks like that, and I'm still going out and having a great time in my life. So I don't know. Hopefully this video was helpful a little bit to people that are struggling with eczema right now, and I understand your pain. I'm here for you. And if you have any more questions or suggestions for products that you swear by, please drop a comment below, because as much as eczema has stolen so much of my money, I'm willing to spend more to make it better. If you have a really good like lotion product. I haven't found like the perfect lotion yet. I've just been using Vaseline mostly. So if you have a lotion that you swear by, drop it in the comments, because I need to get something that is gonna work really well for me. So anyways, not gonna keep rambling on. I hope you guys have a really wonderful day, and I will see you next week in another video. Bye.